All right, so good evening, Chaga me. Nga good evening, Chapro Khan. The first meeting, nga palat ako ang email piece tiga proti lamat call na call. Demaga jal chiko der coin sar lajga prore bamar lajga prore jama chi nga kolum ho la mix fraud hare sige ala ba explain piang no yam ho kolum la no ka bo ta call na call training look the seminar look the sugar go chiga amya bro na mi jinga gune English le fish amya theme go presentation ma guni pro hoja prote my personal journey nga bajong ngik ma total le guni America ma guni American citizen bajong pro le nga bajong guni dima dong total le yeah success journey account chiga program and then your New Year's resolution naro 2019 to achieve plan piang hai mile nga bajong nar ko help lu hai mile bajong motivate piang hai mile bajong inspiration piang hai mile nga successful to labo so ya ja chuni chiga program ya na ko no ma la na mo January ba December to nga ma program set piang mo hire no ka nga program ya ja to sige nga na biga amio bal sige Tripura ma hire ki nga na biga Jan to Kumar Moklo hile America Maropo American citizen bride king nga nami leblo de Sam lo Samir mo de ma luga Sam lo khore tal sige nga na ka program me bajong dukha rale nami go join to Kumar mo me phe pi tha nami go no dukha rale Middle East ma luk te khi khai so nga business ka go the tax and financial services consultant nga personal business here Mok International nami lalo he nga program me no ka bo so ge ngoro ngi sho ngi ma shiro bagini ro koma ngata aghi shogile my if there's somebody elder to me definitely my respect to you guni chalisige ngoro ma ago Tripura ma now he mel lumio 50,000 most probably kosuga ko amio chibia chalisige yoka nema amio hime with amio hime close and distant relationship so ngoro ko lumio thong nga chire ta ko amio chibia ko so ge jalisige amio ngoro directly mokil indirectly amio pranhede all right so guni presentation chaga on behalf of Mok International Tax and Financial Services as well as Mok International Foundation which is the non-profit organization all right guni nga chakare ichigabo life cycle of butterfly a luipra ga nga chakare a luipra pro to now stage sacrifice lura yang ija dalsige luipra start from egg and then become a caterpillar and then become chrysalis and become adult emerge and then finally adult beautiful butterfly so morole ko life to tinyak lagi compare lu lagi luipra labo moro life le luipra hyang bai manha ko stage ga bo moro change priority in order to become a successful person in life so we have to go several stages just like a life of butterfly so ngale ko next generation ako ni mashiro baginaro to na ro jaso go angi go chapekete go sagi look hi sare look so life start pyamri be so to nga krikhare go ja stage male na go hirile nokabo future ma I want to see just like a beautiful butterfly from the normal person to somebody that you can imagine just like a beautiful butterfly so it's just English programming so the lesson from a butterfly how it can transform from each one of us comparing butterfly or caterpillar into a human life so think about the story of Newton he saw the apple fall down from the apple tree he learned the lesson when the Lord Buddha saw the old man the sick man, the dead man, and the monk, he also learned a lesson, which is the lesson of life. So everyone in the world prefers the butterfly because they are so beautiful and amazing. So let's take a look at the butterfly's life cycle, which begins with egg, just like on the picture, and progresses to caterpillar, chrysalis, adult, and then finally ends with the natural transformation of the beautiful butterfly. So okay, so if we look closely at the process of transformation from one state to another state, we see it is not an easy process. It takes time. It is very hard for every egg to go through the state of the caterpillar. So after that, the caterpillar may die before even becoming a chrysalis or before changing into the beautiful butterfly. But when it transforms into the butterfly, it is attractive and beautiful for everyone to see. So, a Libra level, life level compare look here. So, close compare lulurare. A Libra gab jong, tonte gab jong Libra frole, and role life ma jong normal life gab jong butterfly, jong front family. It's not ginger. So there are ways to do that. So we have to set some dreams and goals in life so we can achieve each one of us. All right. So Agoga, okay. So there's a special month, date, and year I have mentioned here. What is all about that? What is special of this date, month, and year? So this special month, date, and year is my birthday. All right. So now it's December 17 will be my birthday. So this is the year that I born in my birthplace in Kalashi and Tripura. So I will start how my life started from there. So we are four brothers. My father was in Indian Army. He spent like 29 years in different states in India. And then my second brother was also in the Indian Army. He just recently got the retirement. And my elder brother is now connected with some kind of politics. And then my third brother is he's a teacher. So when we were young, school la ho to ngoroma phanai lim hi klo pongpro ngoro commercial ho klo commercial family am ho choran jiro pongpro wa po come se come chalichige school la ho to 3 to 5 miles barefoot. We have to walk every day. All right, just imagine. We don't have a school bus, even we don't have shoes and nice clothes to wear to go to school. We grew up in that way. But life is always hard most of the time. But the big dream hilere ima primary ba high school ma hilere nga pro nga ma agree clear project ang banglo nga the share movies, the English movies, the action movies, show serials, show even the radio natin share the English songs natin just ko position ma tha ho ki jo ko motivate ho ki jo nga dream hill ang higba nga ma pho pha ngik ba sro nga pro nga tra share premier labo share labo nibo a lulu me sro labo nga competition lo me ang ngik ba nga mat ko a big dream hill tinja kre college man nimbo ikaga ngoro no li chinga chi siga boga to bia small town, village. From that place, I had that dream, and I worked towards that dream. Na Agartala ma ngoro chapete kinka high school kima umakanta academy chapeli ya kinka ngoro lushi lumashiro mehi chugile tangla pi Agartala ma ngoro kinka 80s 1980s somewhere noka bonga Shillong mali chapeli ya happy belly ma nga aba army ma hile kinka army center ma chapeli Shillong ma nga loin na hile Shillong mali Yanoka Prainbo India to Prain Lire. Prainbo Noka Delima Hill, Delima Amia Hill, Delima Delima high school the children should not Hillire. Noka made engineer Lipian Delima. Now the Indian Hill a talk gong I had wished that I wanted to work with Indian Navy. Even I tried to apply that, but I never get a chance to work with them. I haven't got selected. So that's how I grew up in my childhood days. But definitely, we struggled. I'm not from the rich family, middle class. Whatever. My father make money from the army, from the military. So that's where we survived, the 4 brothers and my family. So looks like somebody is scratching the screen. So sometimes that happened on the mobile phone. So you can erase if somebody did that. You can erase from your own phone. All right. So job procurement ngoro ngi kaman how the clock hembo ngoro really le. Dili mahire kin kala man how the clock hembo ngoro nira le. Ngashilo mahire kinka those 80s somewhere tiapam hi maga kolushe kolupio ga wen aguga kala not tu can sare Agartala mal man ko amio shiro here chapek de inshiri ma shiro baginaro premo outside of Tripura like Bangalore show, Delhi show, Hyderabad show, Shillong show. Many of you are studying there, so it's a great pleasure for me to see how you all become so aware and then started going out of the own comfort zone and starting outside of your own state. So that's good. That's very good. So challenge I got a lesson in my life. Maruma nimbo chapeki maruma ni shugi you have an opportunity abya here maruma not create le you love opportunity create na it took me more than 20 years to fulfill my dream to be in America, landed in America, to become an American citizenship. It took more than 20 years. Can you imagine? Not a dream fulfill luho nga gong kurjali. It's a kunit tatran horat no aguga ya nga kinka ngoro kinka ga ngoro anyeshika TV mehi radio mehi ngoro chafera re to dim light labo kerosene light labo chafeli ngoro anyeka mana dukha khaimbo ngoro chafeli re naruga go electricity internet kusma phone here laptop and computer technology now life makes so easier with technology. If you want to study something, you go to the social media and ask any question, or if you want to watch any lessons, any instruction, go to the YouTube, type in a Google, you can get everything. But during my days, nothing was there. No Google, no Yahoo, no Facebook, no Instagram, no LinkedIn, nothing was there. But I made it because of my big dream. So not about a podcast program, yeah, big dream. So more than 20 years it took for me, my journey to become where I am today. And I'm going to tell you later on what my success journey in especially in the Middle East, how I did it. It's not I'm bragging my success, but I want to inspire you all. I want you to take something from my success stories so you can implement in your life to achieve more and become more successful than me. If I can do, now normal somebody I became. So if I can do, and go towards, step by step, taking small step each time. It's not the overnight success stories. Just imagine it took more than 20 years. So now these days you have lots of facilities. So it may take 5-10 years maybe to become more successful and wherever you want to settle down. So definitely it's worth. All right. So let me share some of my memories. My pictures. You can by looking at the picture you can imagine, and you can also think of the days, those days. All right. So look at this. Is in I think in somewhere in 1980s. I was in action. See that? I was in action. So I had a friend from college. My best friend actually. His name was Ni Thuy U. He's my best friend, childhood friends. But unfortunately, a few years back he passed away because he started drinking a lot. Kind of he was lost. So I moved out from the my place, and then he left alone. He even studied with me in Agartala. He went to Arunachal, came back. He wasn't that successful in life, but even though their parents was rich, they're Mahajan, they're rich. But he was, my best friend in my childhood. So this is where we used to go and take pictures. And here's another one. So look at my skinny, bony, face. This is my friend in Agartala when I was studying in Agartala in Umakanta Academy. And this is my friend Rana de Burman. Now I think he's one of the singers, he's successful too. And I was a skinny bony in those days, somewhere in, I think, 80s, late 80s. And then I know this is basically, you all remember this picture. You all know where's the place. This is Agartala Buddh Mandir, Buddh Bihar. This I took during those days in Agartala. And this one is in Delhi when I was in the Vinayanagar school. This is my 11th, classmate with these people. Do you see where am I? I'm here on the top. See that? This is the guy on the top, the second to the right. So it was me. So it was nice days and those days, And then here is my, I was in the hostel. We live in the hostel. I'm sure, definitely this is me. This is my friend. He's the lawyer from Arunachal Pradesh, Time Subu. And this is the Remo. I'm sure most of you know him from Bongkul, Remra saying, Remo. So look at him, small handsome boy. And these are Chakma girl and then Hindustani girl. Those are our, hostel friends. And then this is the picture. Those like 90s somewhere. This was in Guwahati, waiting for the train. We got a chance to roam around at that time. So while waiting for the train, we just go around and took picture in the train station in Guwahati, going to Delhi that time. And then this was in Agra. This is the Rakhine Arkanist group in Delhi that I'm basically connected with. I always with them and help them. Some of them are in the US, some of them are in France, and some I think live still in India, or some went back to Burma. So these are the group, memories from long back. And then this is the friend I was talking about, the Ni Thuy U. He looks like Amir Khan those days, my best friend. So we used to go around when I was small, and he knows my dream, all my dream, but he was not here today to tell about. So unfortunately, he passed away a couple of days back. All right, these are a few memories that I wanted to share with all of you. And looks like there are a few people waiting for. Let me. Other participant. Okay, admit all. All right. Okay, so this is my short memories, and every journey has its own stories. So according to Lao Tzu from China, according to him, a journey of 1,000 miles begins, must begin with a single step. So my life also started with a single step, long years back. Just imagine I'm 45 years old now. Even though some say I look still young, like 30s, 40s, mostly say 30, 35, even though when I say, uh, old compared to us. So one thing, the beauty being an Asian, we have a privilege to look more younger than you know, anybody else. So everyone's journey also has, started from the single steps. So I mean, no success is like overnight. It takes time. It takes time. Always takes time to be a successful. If you look at Bill Gates, if you look at Mark Zuckerberg, if you look at uh, Warren Buffett, and anybody, all those successful people, how they started their journey, they have a kind of very struggle life they had in the earlier life. They had long stories to tell how they started their journey. So everybody has their own journey, own stories to tell, and started from the single step. All right. Uh, after my, uh, after my life from Delhi in the foreign countries, and I remember one day when I was in Delhi, one of the monk in our group, he was a Rokai monk. Um, he told me, looking at my palm, in fact, yeah, told me that you'll be one day you'll be in the foreign countries, you'll be landed in foreign countries, and you'll be more successful in the foreign countries than your own motherland, own country. So I don't know how to believe that. It may be true. I'm definitely more successful in the foreign land than in India. That's it. But I'm not sure if I stayed in India, I don't know how successful I might be. So I want to share. Aside from my career, I was my career is also kind of successful. I one day in Delhi, what happened was while I was in Delhi, I was doing like a marine engineering uh, courses, and always wanted to go out, always wanted to see the newspapers, and I love to train myself, to become expert in giving an interview. So I always, whenever I see there is a job offer, I always apply. I know that even I don't get it, at least I will get the experience of attending the interview. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. Sometimes there are many of the rejections. Sometimes they say, okay, you were selected. Kind of, I was not interested, but I was looking for the opportunity to go outside of India. So one day I saw that there was a, advertisement, one of the newspaper. Those days there was newspaper, no internet. So offering a job in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in the sales. So it caught my attention. So I got the newspaper, and then I started gathering all the paperwork. I filled it up and went to the agency and submitted. Fortunately, they called next day saying, okay, you have to come for the interview, and there are some managers coming from from Saudi Arabia to interview the applicants. So yeah, so I went for the interview, first interview, second interview, because what helped me, because of my experience of the interview, that helped me to attend to successfully in this final interview. So I passed it, I was selected. But the thing is, they were asking, money for, for the tickets and all, for the agency fees, about $37,000. I mean rupees, not that dollars. I'm sorry, I know I'm in America, so thinking about dollars. It was 37,000 rupees. You know, at those days in 90s, to have $30,000 rupees in hand, it was quite you know, hard. So my brother was money. So but he said he can't help because he was a lack of some money. And then I came back to Delhi, spent a couple of days. Then I went to, you know, to scholarship to Tripura to see if my father can help. At that time, my father is already retired from Indian Army. So I told him that I got a job in abroad and they require, you know, 37,000 rupees to pay for the ticket and fees. And at that time, you know, it was my luck that I had to, you know, I had to go. So luckily, my father, you know, gave me that money to pay to the agency. So you know, I went back, paid the money to the agency, and then in a week or two, so they bought the ticket and ready to fly to Saudi Arabia. So I was in the beginning. I worked as a, you know, sales associate, and then you know, I moved from the supervisor, manager, and assistant training manager and trainer, and then the first company I worked in Saudi Arabia, I became the you know, from lower to I became the top on the top management. Finally, I left from that company. It's a big group of companies called the Maurit Group of Companies. I led as a assistant general manager in that company. It was wonderful to work, but I got offer in other company. We franchised the coffee shop franchise from the Seattle, from USA. So one of my managers, he joined that company. So he asked me to join with him. So I resigned from that first company and then got the visa for that another company. I went back to India. I processed after 7 years, I think, the first company. And then I went back and started working for another second company. So I was in the operation, I was in the marketing. You know, it was I had a very successful career. Share my incredible journey with Toastmasters International. I don't know how many of you know about the Toastmasters International. It's an organization from the United States. It has all over the world. There's clubs. Basically, the members that practice, you know, public speaking and leadership training. In this Toastmasters journey, you know, I started from in 2008. I joined when I was working in the second company, I believe. Yeah. So I had a very successful journey here. I wanted to share to inspire you, because, you know, being a only one monk can rule the Toastmasters community in the Middle East, that you should be proud of. Our community should be proud of that one of our you know, fellow you know, mock community or mock person that was so successful in his you know, in his career or in his journey. So I wanted to share with you all to inspire you, all right, to be proud of being mock, all right, being from our own community. So I used to be in the leadership roles. So I started 2008, became a member of Toastmasters International, and I was elected as a vice president for education for 2 terms, for 2 years, and then elected again for vice president for membership, and then elected vice president for public relations, and then elected for the president of the club. The name of the club is Toast of Comsoville. And later on, I was elected as the area governor in 2010 and 2011. It was the incredible journey. So I decided to share with you. This is very important for our own community, all right? So other leadership roles I held was the events chairman for the division contest. It's a huge marketing chairman for the division contest. I was the trainers, and I was the chairman for youth leadership training program. So these are my leadership program and leadership roles that I took during my tenure with the Toastmasters. And so Toastmasters basically, you know, it's a small clubs, either the community club or the corporate club has a member of 30, 40, 50 members. They train themselves. There are manuals to follow from, you know, from California, the main headquarters is that all over the world. There are clubs, you know, around the world. So even in India, every state, most of the state has these clubs. So I would definitely, you know, recommend to join one of these clubs. It's very cheap, you know, membership fee every 6 months you pay, but you will learn a lot. You will develop a lot of skills in this organization in terms of public speaking, in terms of leadership skills. So from this Toastmasters, a part of my successful journey is belong to Toastmasters. So they helped me a lot to become who I am today. So I want to share some of the pictures of this, you know, during my tenure with Toastmasters, and then I will also show you how I become the best area governor in the whole world. All right. So let's move forward. So this is one of our team members. During the time that I was the area governor. These are my team members when I was training and like as a leadership. All right. And then this is the picture in Jordan, and on the right side you will see me, and that was at that time my girlfriend. Okay, now she's my wife. So and then these are some leaders next to it, and then on the middle those are some ladies from Jordan, and those are holding you know, trophies. At that time was the in Jordan, that was the annual conference. It's called the district conference in the Middle East. So we are like 7 countries, we all together in one district at that time. And that time, after my area governorship, I won alone 13 awards. So there was like a competition, you know, thousands of you know, people competing each other for the, you know, same. And then here is another group picture with my current wife, and I was at the back, sitting there, and then holding those you know, trophies and awards. So here is the those are the leaders in the Toastmasters. These are all my awards because I cannot hold anything you know, in my bare hand. So my division governor was holding all the awards for me. So I received at that time like 13 awards in the one occasion for the year that I worked for the Toastmasters. It was incredible. This was in that year in the District 79 annual conference. So I am the only one in the 7 countries in the Middle East awarded as the Transformational Leadership Award. It's a huge privilege to receive this award. I'm the only one. So just imagine, only Mock rolled the whole Toastmasters community in the Middle East and awarded as the one and only Transformational Leadership Award. And that year, I was also awarded as the area governor of the year in the 7 countries in the Middle East. I was a star, in fact. I was in the newspaper, TV, and then, you know, all the Toastmasters communities, you know, there are hundreds of thousands, you know, in the community. So they all know, you know, Mark, because I go with the last name. So Mark, everybody knows Mark. So everybody should be proud of that. I'm not bragging, but I want to share with you to let you know that being, you know, part of the Mark community, my achievements and how we all can be proud of that. All right. And then, okay, here I want to share also the payroll party I received from the Toastmasters community. I had also from my company that gave me a payroll party. And also there are a few clubs, you know, combining, they had a payroll party for me. So, I apologize that I'm speaking all the time. Mula jika pergi ma kerami lo yang cari segi English lah ni problem ni. Segi I hope you can all understand clearly. I'm just using the basic simple language. Okay, so this is my payroll party that I want to share while I was in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. All right. So at that time, as I've said, my name was Jayant Kumar Mogg, but now I use Samir Mogg. All right. There's a reason. So Jayant Kumar Mogg, my parents gave me this name. Me picha nami. Aku segitu cuma Bangla kola nami yang. Even though I had lots of trouble with this name, especially in the Middle East, because they are very totally different. It's not matching with my name and the face. Kind of always had a trouble. So finally, when I become a United States citizenship, then I changed Samir, because Samir is very unique name that I can use with my Middle East community, Middle East friends. I can use in India, and I can use United States as a Sam, because in the US, they always love to call the first 3 or 4 letters short name. So they call me Sam. In fact, I'm Samir. And also ko lumula bole nami hiri the Moroccan sarga nago Kyomo no kore Kyomo. And my parents or my brothers, they call me Kutu, and my parents call me Babu. I have lots of nicknames. I can't even keep up all those nicknames. All right, so this is part of my picture, one of the a great person from the Filipino community. So they created the posters and all. So I was achieved also from Toastmasters. This is the highest degree in the Toastmasters. It's called the DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster. It's like a PhD in the Toastmaster. You are in the pinnacle. You are in the pinnacle, top of everything. You got the top leadership skills. You got the top educational skills. So you are in the highest honored award. International. This is one of another farewell, pictures. I was, cutting the cake. These are all leaders from the Filipino community, Indian community, and also from Saudi Arabia. And here, some of my friends, they sing a song for me. There was some trivia asking question about me. It was fun during the farewell party. So these are the group pictures we had. And there's another picture. And here's another group picture before we leave. They are mostly the Filipinos and Indian, and some from Saudi Arabia, Saudi nationals. So I had a great time with them. All right, so here's the most incredible things to talk about my success with the Toastmasters. I want everyone to be from our community to be very proud of yourself, that you're part of the mock community, and one of the mock people become so successful and become so famous, but you guys may not know, not hear about this news, but that's why I wanted to share with you. So this is my successful Toastmasters journey. All right, so in 2009 2010 I was awarded as the best area governor in the whole world. Best area governor. I achieved, me and my team achieved 406% overall performance. 406% in terms of educational, educational courses they provide, in terms of leadership. So I have, as area governor, I control like 10 clubs. Each club has about 50 to 60 members. Those members are just not like ordinary. Those are the CEOs, engineers, doctors, and salespeople, different background on those. So I used to work with them as a leader. I used to teach them, train them, all right, in my club. So I started as area governor with 3 clubs. The year end, we ended with 10 clubs. So it's a huge success in the Toastmaster community. As a leader, how you can grow, how it can be. That's why that year, the following year, I received the award as the Transformational Leadership Award. So I am the one and only recipient in the whole District 79, is in 7 countries in the Middle East. So it's very unique, and very proud to be part of that history in Toastmasters journey. And I received also, as I mentioned, Area Governor Year in whole District 79, which is the 7 countries in the Middle East, Area Governor of the Year. And also, as I've mentioned, Transformational Leadership Award in the whole District 79, one and only. I am the only person that received this biggest award as the Transformational Leadership Award. And as I have mentioned, in Jordan, we had the annual conference. So whole district 17, whole 7 countries went to the annual conference in Amman, Jordan. So, and in fact, I traveled whole Middle East, during my stay in the Middle East, because of the business. I have to travel because in the marketing and sales, So Amman, Jordan. So these are my very success stories in the Toastmasters community. So if you are aware, if somebody attend the Toastmasters meeting or become a member, they may understand how the Toastmasters team works. In the future, whenever maybe I attend, one of the refreshers or freshers, event in Agartala or somewhere. That time I will talk to you guys about how to create a Toastmasters club where you all can develop, public speaking and leadership training. So I want to be part of that, to guide you all. So I will try to help. And then I want to share. Okay, so on the right side you see the magazine. So this is the magazine that I put it on the screen. It's called the Area 1 Paramount. All right. So this is the Area 1. I was the Area 1, Area 2, Area 3. So I was the Area 1 Area Governor. All right. So this is the magazine that I have created. You see on the below there are 7 world champion speakers. So to get articles from them, it was tough. So I have to contact each one of them. Because of my success stories as a Toastmasters, being in best area governor in the world, being the area governor of the year, they don't hesitate to give me their own articles from different countries, from New Zealand, from United States, from UK, different countries I have collected. So below this page, you will see there's a link. All right. If you want to read the magazine, you can note it down. Otherwise, I can share my PDF book. This PDF, you can read all the success stories, and inside the book, as you will see, here's my picture there. Just a moment. Here's my picture here, and then and that was my kind of viewpoint, and I was the director in this. Magazine. So at that time, I was used still the old name. My name was Jayant Kumar Mark, so I used the old name. So this is the magazine that we issued that time. So very successful, magazine we issued in the whole Middle East. And then I will share with you the link later on, so you all can read. You can grab something beneficial from this magazine. All right. So now, at this moment, you came to know about me a little bit. I'm pretty sure many of you never heard about me and never, meet me in person. Since I was out of the country from India, it's been a while. I mean, I think I spent very less time in Tripura or in my village in Kalashi. So mostly I spent in Delhi, and then I moved to Middle East, and then finally to United States. All right, so what I'm doing now in the US, I just wanted to share with you. All right, when I arrived in the US, I started, I was engaged with the network marketing business in the Middle East when I was there. And so I continued because this network marketing business known as the Forever Living Products, it has also in India. And I continued this business when I arrived for about 2 or 3 years. After that, I got the job. I applied the job. I want to have experience in the United States as a job. Remember my dream? I wanted to work with these English-speaking people, white people, or you can say share level, look for share level competition. I'm a dream hilly. That's why I wanted to join and work. So I joined the Toyota dealership and in the internet sales. And then I worked a couple of years there, and I make a good amount of money, like in an hour, consulting with the customer, like selling one car, like let's say Land Cruiser. It's about 80,000 or $85,000. Land Cruiser, $85,000 Land Cruiser. If you sold it, you can make. Let me calculate how much you can make. How much I made it? About, let's say 3,500 into 70. It's about from one customer with one consultant, in just spending 2 or 3 hours, I can make more than 200,000, more than 2 lakhs in just 2 or 3 hours of time consulting, selling that Land Cruiser $80,000 car. I can make about 200,000 rupees, as a commission. So it was hard. All right. And then I am lucky enough that I speak different languages. I speak about 6 languages. All right. Aside from my own language, I speak Bengali, Hindi, Urdu, Arabic, and English is part of that. So in the US, there are many many different from different countries. People are migrating to United States. So there are people from Bangladesh, from Burma, those kind of Bengalis. They don't speak English. So I help them. I interpret for them. Per hour, I can make about like 3,000 to 5,000 rupees per hour by knowing that Bengali language, knowing that Hindi language. I can make, as an interpreting service, I can make that much money. Just imagine. So it is good to learn different languages, and or coming out from the Tripura, Hindustani people, we learn Hindi and then English. So you learn all the 4 languages. It's very good, very useful when you travel to foreign countries. And then also, now I started my own business, which is called Mog International. I always wanted to keep my own family name. I'm proud to be Mog. I'm proud to use Mog. There are many people in Tripura maybe shy to use Mog, name of Mog, title or the family name. But I'm proud to use Mog. I used in all my businesses. Even I'll show you. Even my car plate is Mog. So Mog International Tax and Financial Services, where I'm involved with tax preparation. I'm working with the Internal Revenue Service with the government for the taxes, as well as the financial services industry, working with the insurance, investment, different kind of consulting. All right. At the same time also, this is time to give to the community, to the people. So I started the Mog International Foundation, where our mission is to help the poor and unfortunate children's, and also the natural disaster victims, because these days, one after another, there's a flood, there's a fire, earthquake, lots of natural disasters. So I want to grow this one and help in the future more people in terms of education for the young and poor children's, and also those victims from the natural disaster. That's my my plan for the future, and I'm working towards it. So Well, when I was here in the United States, I started used car business as a part-time, and the properties business under the Mock International, company. And then also I have now e-commerce business, which is drop shipping. I'm directly connected with the Robert Kiyosaki and Fred Lam, as well as the Jack Ma with the AliExpress. So I'm working with them, with Robert Kiyosaki as I was trained by him when I came. I attended his courses for the real estate, and then the Fred Lam is expert in the drop shipping business. And also I'm connected with AliExpress with the Jack Ma, the Chinese billionaire. So I'm working with these people, and then also now I'm working for my business is the tax and financial services business. All right, this is all about my journey, my career. So now at this moment, you may know about me and who I am, how I went from nobody to somebody today. All right, so I want you to inspire from that. I want to get something from my experience, my achievement, so you can implement in your career, in your lifetime. All right. So definitely, I'm very proud to be Mock, to use the Mock MOG. And here you can see even my car in my Lexus. See that plate? I use Mock. I wanted to brand this one internationally, people to know who are Mock. And here's with me and picture I took this morning. That's my car plate. In United States, you can customize your name plates. So this is how I paid extra $35 just to get Mock the plate. All right, so I just wanted to share with you guys about that. All right, my family. So I just wanted to share my family. This is my son, 5 years old, and you may have seen, many of them may have seen in the Facebook. He's going to Taekwondo. He's going to elementary school now. He's doing Taekwondo. Just yesterday, he got a new belt, which is the blue stripe belt, and here he is. He's doing very well in the Taekwondo. So I want him to get black belt, in next couple of years. And here he is holding the big award, bigger than him. And here's the mom and him. When a few months back, mom went to Burma to visit her, relatives. So that time we dropped her at the airport. And here is one of the birthdays when he was young, maybe 3 or 4 years old. This is me and my wife, my small family. And also I have another family members here. I have fish. Goldfish. There are 3 goldfish, but recently one died, so I have still 2. And here on the top, you see that is teddy cat. So you may think of, how come this cat and dog, they're sleeping together? It's not like in our places, the dog and cats is always, they are enemy, but here they're friends. They understand each other. They talk to each other. Even they understand English. They understand, our language. Comment. They understand. So it's kind of funny. And here's when I got my U.S. citizenship with the district judge. He's the one who takes oath for citizenship. So me and my wife and the district judge when I got my U.S. citizenship. All right. So now, so my part is done. Now let's go back to the Luipra, the butterfly. All right, let's go back to the butterfly. Let me drink a little of my tea. It's cold already. So 5 lessons to learn from butterfly. All right, what lessons we can learn from butterfly? So if nothing changes, nothing changes. So go. Di lahare nama or ding nama ja alo nile ya alo nile ja result ramile, like the lahare nama. Same result, nothing changes. Ja lo nile ya alo toy lo nile chige now nama le takole asa result rahom. So you need to change. You need to find something that you want to achieve. Next year. So lesson 1 is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. All right. In order to come into form, a butterfly develops through a process called metamorphosis that has 4 stages. Liku stage here. So each stage is fully dependent on other. So the 4 stage ma dependent, first depend this one, the second one has to depend on the first one, and third one has to depend on the third one, second one, and the fourth one has to depend on third one. So the stages it has to depend on each other. So while change can at times feel painful, if we don't allow ourselves to go through the all stages of change, nothing will ultimately change. We will stay in the same form. This inhibits us from flying. So that can applicable to our life also. You know, there will be people are so comfortable and they don't want to be changed. They don't want to change for a better, even though they know that if they change, something will better come into their life, but they don't want to change because it's hard to change. But you have to go through that if you want to achieve something in life. All right. Now, lesson 2 is everything we are taking it in will be fuel and nourishment for our new form. All right. So during the first stage, the feeding stage, the first stage, the caterpillar's job is to eat and eat and eat. The first stage, okay. It fills itself with nourishment as the food eaten at this time is stored and used later as an adult. Yeah. First stage, so nutrition time, not stage at all. So trust that the process of nourishing yourself with experiences is ultimately feeding your future form. Right? Even if the experiences are particularly challenging. Life male, there will be many challenges to overcome if you are working towards for your success. So lesson number 3 is shedding of old patterns are necessary. So as the caterpillar grows, caterpillar it splits its skin, split the skin and sheds its skin 4 or 5 times. 4 to 5 times. How valuable to look at this movement as a mandatory process of shedding. This is mandatory, compulsory, this process, in order to become a more beautiful butterfly. So shedding, expansion, that this must occur not once but over and over again. So in human life, life male now failure frati. There are, if you read the successful people, there are many failures, but they learn from that. They never give up. So there will be a failure after failure after failure. Even in my life, I had lots of failures because that failure taught me the lessons. I learned from the lessons and I experienced, I use that for the next step. All right. Now, lesson number 4 is solitude provides space and time for internalization. All right. When the caterpillar is fully grown and stops eating, it becomes a chrysalis. All right. Itself underground during times of transition, we too may need to go underground to hibernate and give our body and mind the space to go internal. All right. Then lesson number 5 is this: sometimes a breaking down must occur in order for restructuring to begin. All right. So during the phase of rapid internal growth, the caterpillar actually has to break down of its parts, or let's say liquefy, in order to come into another form. So there are stages. All right. So if we relate this process to some of life's transition, it actually means that our body requires a giving in or metaphorical melting into the process. However, this movement process of letting go of something in order to grab onto something else actually means that for a period of time, may feel like we are holding on to nothing. It's the change and can have range of emotional reaction, those fifth stages.